Greetings from Seattle. Hey, it's Del Rey. I'm here with another installment of the Boogie Woogie guitar videos. This is number 2. And I had every intention of moving on in number 2 to a new key. But before we leave the key of E, I want to talk a little bit about what I think of as the New Orleans style of pianistic bass playing. And this comes from James Booker and the playing of Professor Longhair. Henry Butler was its most recent exponent that I listened a lot to. And all the way back to Jelly Roll Morton, who called it the Spanish tinge. And he plays a version of La Paloma where this bass line comes in, and you can really see how it influences jazz right from the very beginning. So the difference is, last week we talked about moving around like that. Not last week, it was probably 2 weeks because I'm a slouch. Okay, so this time we're going to move our bass like this. So you see there's a little hesitation on the first one. Not really hesitation, it comes down on the 1, but it's long. And then there's a little pickup. So here's how we're going to use it. I'll play you the tune to get it in your head. So the bottom is pretty much maintained at that bom, ba-da. The top is going to be triplets up here. And because I'm a thumb 1, 2, 3 player, I'm going to split these two. So I'll be playing the top half of a second position E. There's the second position out of a D7 shape. And I'm not using anything but just the top string at the 4th, skip a string, and then the 3rd string at the 4th. And I'm picking them with whoa, there's the camera, these two. And then the next thing I'm going to use, you could play that bass line here, or here, and then change to the A here. Same split over here, I'm just using those 2 strings. That's not so bad. But I'm going to do something I think a little more interesting. I'm going to go up to the 5th position, A. There's your bar chord if you were Pete Townsend. But I'm just going to use this note at the 5th string, 5th fret top string. And then I'm going to skip a string again, and I'm going to use my little finger so that I can go from, actually, here to here. There's my fingering. So I've got 3 and 4 to start out on the E. When I change to the top of the A, I'm going to go 3 and 2 with my fingering. And then when I go back down again. So just practice that. And you know, that's not the normal way you do the top of that A. But for this fingering, it's really going to work out for you. Okay, so here's our bottom. We're going to move up to get into A, and now our bass line, because we're so far up the neck, it shouldn't be too hard to get the note up here. So on my A string, I'm going to be playing A, C sharp, E. Is that an E? It is. Ah, good job. Which is the same as going. There's your E down here. There's your E up there. So a lot of times if you're playing in keys on the guitar that have a lot of nice, friendly, open strings for your bass, look around up here for those other bass notes. Like even if you're up here, you can go for, that's how you do it down there. And it sounds really nice because you've got something very low against something very high, which gives you that the spread that a piano player would get, or the effect of two different musicians playing at the same time as a duet. So that also, in case you want to go up there, that's coming out of this E shape. There's your classic B7 shape. There's a B7. Moved all the way up to the 7th fret for an E, and I usually finger that like that. There it looks more like a C7. And again, I'm just using the top. So this E to E, just the next inversion of it. So you could do that whole thing with the E, A, all the way up. That's nice. Notice that that little third finger, so it was 3 and 4, 3 and 2, 3 and 4. I'm talking about my left hand fingering. So that fingering is important. Or if you want to go back down again, 3 and 4, 3 and 2, back to 3 and 4. So every time you're playing straight across, keep that fingering like that, okay? So, and then when we get back down to the E, we'll just play the same bass line for now. And then when we get to the B7, plain old regular B7, our bass line is... Is that what I did? No. I went to B, F sharp, A, B. Or if you want to get tricky, go in a half step. You can make a dramatic walk down, B, A, G sharp, F sharp. And here's the fun part of the turnaround. So the turnaround is going to go up on the bottom and down on the top. Here's up, open, 4, open, 1, 2. So E, G sharp, A sharp, B. And the top is going to go E, E, D, C sharp, C, B. All right, that might have been pretty close to what we did last time, but check out what we're going to do with how we pick it. Let's see, give it. And when we come back down again, we're going to come down. We go up. So I'll do it really slow. So you're kind of spidering back and forth between the top and the bottom. So when you get up to speed, so let me play the little bit at the end there, off the beat. Okay, that's your Latin Tinge Boogie Woogie lesson. You can tip me at hobibian. No, what is it? I'll write it on the bottom. I can never remember my own PayPal address. So I hope you're staying safe and productive during these troubling times that just seem to be going on and on. I haven't run out of money yet, but it could happen, so tip me. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye, and I hope that you guys are all safe. Bye.